Okay, people who still take the exam. Do we have somebody who's still in the exam? Last 5 minutes, 10 minutes? Some of them? Okay.
Yeah, mine.
Right. So what do you
Last
do?
6 minutes are balanced.
Okay, then I will give 5 more minutes. Keep silent, and then we'll start.
Okay, thanks.
For the people here, just giving another 3 more minutes to wrap it up. Then we'll kickstart our discussion with a question. Meantime, keep your questions ready and put your hands up emoji. So we are aware that you have some questions to talk. Get yourself ready. What questions you want to ask for today's exam or some other test. People still want to continue the test. Keep the volume low so you don't get disturbed. There are some people taking the exam. So people from the YouTube here, hey, thanks a lot for everyone watching here. And this is a program where we do every week. And recently we made this as a Saturday program to accommodate people from different countries. Some of the countries, they have Sunday as working day. So we want to help the people on Saturday as well. What will happen every week? We do this questions. People take the exam, come back, and we'll discuss about those questions. So people from YouTube, you to have some questions, feel free to put in the comments or chat. We will see and we will make a conversation here. Okay, for benefit of all, let's kickstart right now. And yes, let me see the hands up who have the questions. Meantime, how was the exam today? Or did you found improvement than the last time? Let's first hear from the people who feel, yes, I have improved. Then I'll go to the people who want to improve. Anyone here who found improvement? I believe your mic is on. You can speak up. Okay. Okay. Which means pin drop silence. No improvement. Okay. Let's go to the next
I have
system.
improved, Sriram.
You improved.
Yes.
Fantastic. Improvement means, are you judging by the numbers, the score?
No, the way I think and the way I analyze the questions.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's a point. Now you
Sriram.
understood what is improvement. Do anyone want to join now in the improvement group that you have improved?
Still
Okay,
a
go ahead.
lot need to be improved.
Need to be improved. Okay, nice. All right. I heard few more voices here. Now, I will talk something about the people who feel that you have to read more. What kind of understanding on that area? Do anyone felt that you have to read more on question or the concepts?
I felt that I need more of knowledge, is what I felt.
Yes,
Ah,
I too felt I need to gain some more knowledge.
okay,
Mm.
okay.
I feel that how to apply mind during exam and to stay yourself calm and reading in between the lines. That is the most difficult part for me.
Okay, okay, okay. That's interesting.
And another thing is before that first mock test and all, the
Hmm.
question time to read the question is more time was required, but now that reducing the time to understand the questions.
That's very good, right? Even though in this, some of you are from January batch who have not completed the book reading. You are some portion you read, some portion you listen the class. With this, if we can show this improvement, imagine when you complete the book and you take more exams, the level can go high. Okay, that is good. Jacob says, I need to improve on reading. Lakshmi says, I also felt that I need to read, understand more. Okay, now let's go to the point. How many of you here completed within the time? In a sense, at least you are able to meet exactly on the time.
Yep, me.
Okay.
Yes, I did that.
Okay, just in time. I saw some other things just in time. Very good.
Just 2
Okay.
minutes before.
Okay, so reading ability is slowly improving for some of us. Okay, nice to know. Let's listen to the people. Did anyone have had 20-30 minutes extra with you after the exam?
Yes, I'm having 20 minutes.
Overall, what is the time of the exam?
1 hour.
1 hour, you have 20 minutes. Oh my God. Okay, which means your reading ability is super fast. Can we assume like that?
No, actually, I'm having problem with all these terminologies, and I feel it's a high level, not understanding some concepts.
Okay, then it should take more time. How it's less time?
I just guess some answers.
Inky,
So
pinky,
those are
donkey, father had a donkey. Huh? We did it. Okay, so you randomly click, 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 click. Let's see whatever happens in the world, right? Okay.
not like that. Just I
Okay.
answers and those answers only correct.
I understand. No, it's not. I'm just pulling you. Just trying to understand how we can improve here. So, if you feel that you can read a little more extra on the questions, did you feel that you would have answered a little more better? That's a thought happens to you.
Yes, come some, but not understood. Some questions only.
Okay. See, when you say terminologies in a question, you will get hardly 1 or 2 words from management terminology. Rest all in English paragraph. Isn't it?
Yes.
So because of this one of these 2 words, definitely there'll be some twist in the way you answer, but that alone cannot decide your answer. There is a paragraph. Are we reading this paragraph clearly? Why? When we respond in an email in office, we respond it and quickly get another mail comes. Can you please read that line? Which means sometimes we are so eager to reply rather than understanding it.
Correct.
If we have applied that in exam, some questions may go wrong. Nothing wrong. Majority of us do it. How many of us send an email and then the reply comes back, man, I already explained it. Which means we didn't read the mail clearly. So why I'm asking these questions now before I go to Q&A is, next exam, next week, the people who felt you read faster, the people who felt that you have to read some subject, please apply that in the over a week of Sunday to next Saturday. And then when you come, we will see some improvement. Because 1 week passed, we took an exam, it won't work. We should do some investment of time for some learning, the area where you felt today, which you have to work. Shall we do that for coming week? Yeah. Little bit, slowly will improve. Our target is to hit the exam on which month?
March.
March. Okay. Some of us, whether to good to say or not to say with this guy. Looking at my score, I don't know whether I write in 2024 or 2025. He's asking for March and April. Don't feel bad. Matter of time. As I said, within the next 2-3 weeks, you will feel so comfortable. I have people who go for exam next week. They take this weekly test. They'll get to 65-70%. What that does mean? A person who's going to next week full exam, main exam, will get 65 here. Which means what? Which means what?
Means positive for
Confidence
us
level
that
is high.
we are improving as per our preparation and kickstart.
That's a point. Other important point is you cannot get a 98% here. Don't expect it. If you come from school and academic model, don't expect 100%, 98%. No, it won't happen. If you cross 60, 65, 70, it's a decent score here. So you can imagine yourself now you are at a 40, 50, you are decent. That's the way it starts. So don't worry about the scores right now. Start working on reading the question, getting the gaps, understanding. That will do. Are you in with this? Superb. Let's start the Q&A. We'll start. I can see Vivek hands up. Do anyone have a question to share? Put your hands up. Put your hands up. We'll go in order. I'm sorry, I heard some voice there. What is that?
Yeah, Shriram, one thing I wanted to ask you that while answering, I am able to eliminate 2 options, but in 2 options, I am getting confused because they are too close. Like most of the time, what is happening is in those 2, whatever I am selecting is going wrong and the other one is coming right.
It means we are losing the right answer and choosing the wrong one. Okay, go ahead.
So yeah, I'm getting stuck over there. Like, 2 answers, I'm always finding it for most of the questions right.
Okay.
I'm also in the same problem.
I'll give a pass. How many of you feel the same way here?
I am also feeling the same.
Same for me, Shriram.
Same
Same
for me.
2 of them we're getting confused.
Okay.
And I happen to select this wrong one.
Okay. So
One
Priya,
answer is correct, second one is wrong.
So Priya, do you feel you are one among the group? Okay. So some of us express, some of us don't express. The message is this, the same thing. I think I posted a small video in the LinkedIn 2-3 days back. Why PMP exam question is a tricky. Do anyone saw that video?
Yes, I saw that.
Okay. What was the point in that video? If anyone remember that one point? Hey, come on, I gave a like, Shriram. Leave it there. I won't listen. I'll give like. Gone. From college, that's how we are. If
Too many things to remember, Shriram.
What I can remember, Shriram, that's a language we mean to focus. The questions what is referring to. That sometimes you forget the key points.
Okay. Main thing and the point what I will tell you is this exam is not set for only India, only China, only America.
You mean to say what you mentioned on video on LinkedIn?
Yeah, one short video I played.
You mentioned about that you have to go as per the ethical, like as an ethical manager, like what is right actually, which your heart says.
Yep. Now I'll come back. Thanks, Umar. You got that point. I appreciate it. Coming back here, connecting it before I listen the questions. When you read a question, this question paper is not set for one particular country. So they're setting for international, 200 different countries. When they set it, they keep it in mind as a manager what they have to do. One of the key things which you have to learn is there is a framework chapter in RITA, or you go to PMBOK 6th edition. There is a place called project manager roles. Project manager, what they have to do. As a product owner, what you have to do. As a sponsor, what you have to do. But Shriram, in exam, I'm not a sponsor. That's okay. In a question, they ask something about the sponsor. You know what is a boundary for a sponsor. Only when you know all these roles clearly, and there is something called PMI ethics. When I make a decision, am I making a decision based on responsibility, based on fairness, based on honesty, mixed to high chances, some of the answers you can exactly mark. 1 point. The second point is, when you say I can eliminate 2, others not coming, the reason is many places we take this question to my office. Hey, is that wrong? Nothing wrong. But my office is not efficient way of working. And I take this question and map with my office, my answers will be right or wrong. Will be right or wrong. High chances we
Wrong.
be wrong. We go wrong. I'm taking the question with Ramesh, Suresh, Ganesh in my office because this is the office team I'm working for regularly last 7 years or 8 years. But you know how to come out of this, man? That is why you're reading. That is why you're taking weekly tests. That is why you are understanding what it is in the classes. The reason is our baggage, what you carry, will be good, will be bad. Both can be there. As an instructor, I will know some to level. Up to a certain level, I may not know because that's your baggage. Only you know, am I working in the right way? When you read this book, you'll compare with what is happening in the office. You'll see, oh, yeah, there is a gap, man. My office is not following. And these are the people in the classes ask me the question, Shriram, whatever you said is good. Practically, is this happening? If they ask, means they have a baggage full of trash. The person is asking, hey, nice to read, man. I don't think it's happening in the real world, which means they don't do it. So the gap is a problem. So the gap, how do you fill it? You read, you take questions. So if somebody get low mark now, don't worry. It is because maybe we work in a place which is not following things which is right. So you are trying to correct it. You are going to correct it. You are doing PMP because you are a leader in a company in future. You are going to be CEO. You are a director of the company. So for that, you are equipping yourself. It will be a little tough in the beginning. It's okay. Accept it. Don't feel within one day you'll get right answers. So point is seeing back your job. Second one is reading the roles clearly. Third one is go for the ethics clearly and then follow elimination technique. All will work. Hope I gave some info. We'll start with the Q&A.
Shri, one question regarding the tense of the sentence. How it going to help us?
Of course, I think we discussed about it a little early. I'll put it.
I forgot. Means just I want to brush up.
I'll put it again to you. But before I say that, Vinay, I saw you reading the question loud in front of the computer. You do?
Yes, it comes.
Okay. If you are going to proctor-based exam, that is not permitted. You cannot read the question. I was keep observing. It's okay. If you are going for proctor-based exam, they don't allow you to read. So you have to read within. Okay.
I will practice for that.
Okay, right. So coming to a question, how it will help? The tense part. The main tense part understanding is in real management at office, if somebody says there is a problem, we want to know that is this problem going to happen? If it is going to happen, I have to make some preventive actions. When I know the preventive actions, either I have to start right away or I have some more time to make a decision. Somebody comes and says something has happened, which has already happened. So I have to now take some corrective action. I have remedies to fix it.
Okay.
So your thought will work accordingly. And somebody says right now, it's bleeding right now. What to do? Get a band-aid. Right now bleeding. There's a difference between right now something's bleeding, which may happen, which has happened. This is in your office. Now take that to your question paper. We are not native English people. We cannot read every word as if an English person leads. Even though we speak English as a Rapidex English course, but still our language abilities by our brain translate it. So you cannot do like that. It takes time. It takes time. We're wearing a makeup powder as we know English, but actually it is not processing English. It processes your mother tongue because that's what you've grown up from your childhood. That is what you talk in your home with your family members. So you have to take the time to digest it. For that reason, if you know these tense, it's fine. For that, don't become super grammar person. So past verb person, basic. It's going to rain, that's raining. That's it, enough. Don't become so Shakespeare, cousin, sister, not needed. Basic level of knowledge, that's enough to answer the question. Hope it helps you.
Yep.
Fantastic, guys. Now I'll start with two people. I have Vivek and Banerjee has a question. If anyone have a question, go for it. Have one, max 2 questions. Don't go beyond that. It may impact some other people who have a question, right? Okay, let's start with the Vivek. Vivek, would you like to share your screen?
Sir, I don't have a specific question to share because I have just completed my mock at 4. So as per your guidance, I've started my mock test at 12 and I have completed at 4. I have only taken 2 breaks of 5 minutes. I was not able to take a 10-minute break because I thought I will not be able to complete my exam.
Oh, you're talking about full exams, just for clarification.
Yeah. I've done full mock.
Okay, 180 questions. So what is the question? Exam count?
So I have taken a full 4 hours.
Right. This is the first full exam or?
This is my fourth
full exam. Okay, nice. Good. Go ahead. Any other information?
So today, the questions were so lengthy and I was like running short of time. So after 150th question, I've started moving quick and I haven't gone through all the questions and answers. But now when I scroll my paper, I found like most of the questions got wrong because I haven't gone through them closely, like after 150. And I have scored 62%. So I'm not sure how I'm moving or how I'm going.
If I remember you, I believe you were not in this score before, right? Little lesser than this.
Yeah, I was at 58.
Which means things are growing, improving. Okay,
Yes.
nice. Did I request you to give a pass for full exam and take some chapter test to tune yourself?
Yeah, you have stated me that when I given my exam on 31st of Jan. So I have at that time I have scored 58%, and after that I've taken a few chapter tests, and now after doing that in this week, you stated me to go for the fourth mock. So today I have done it. In last 2 weeks, I have done 40 marks mock, and both of the mock I have scored 63%.
Okay, fine, good. So I think your exam is on 15th.
I haven't scheduled it, but I'm planning to do it in Feb.
Okay, nice. So let's do it. Quick thing for you is the scores are improving, which is a good thing for us right now. Now, it doesn't mean you have to wait until you get 75%, then I'll book the exam. It doesn't work like that. So now, as you did a fourth exam right now, you will take another one more full exam, which is sufficient for you to go to main exam. But before you go to final full exam, we'll give a pass here again, and we'll do some work here. I'll help you in a WhatsApp separately.
Okay.
But a quick ask you is to focus more on people domain. When I say people domain, you will focus on stakeholder, resource, communication.
Okay.
Stakeholder, resource, communication. If you want to brush up the content, do that. And go to chapter test in ShriLearning. In these areas, work out to take at least 5 exams each. When I say 10 questions, 5 each. After doing the test, you have to sit and analyze each question carefully.
Okay.
It is not like what you did before. Now you're close to the exam. You have to understand clearly what it means here. Okay, this you have to do. And as I said a few minutes back, you have to read the roles very clearly. Many of us miss the answer. The reason is the question asking, as a manager, what do you have to do? One, I don't know what does a manager mean. Or I don't work like a manager in my life. Or I always see Saravanan in my office as a manager. That Saravanan is a fat guy and never comes to office on time, lazy fellow, one way. Or I saw somebody, X person in office, exactly on time, works perfectly. My brain quickly thinks that person is a manager and always answer from his perspective. Maybe right, maybe wrong. So better to read the roles very clearly, what they mean by PMI perspective. And now if you look at the questions, chances of score go high. This is subject knowledge. Beyond all these things, how much of a patience you have to read a question is very important. 180 questions. First 70-80 questions, you may have patience. And after some time, you lose the patience and start answering. You click it, it goes on. That is the reason we have 2 breaks. You people are so lucky taking exam PMP right now. If you took PMP exam in 2019 or 2020, there is no break. In 2020, they had a break. 2019, no break. 4 hours continuously, you have to sit controlling even your nature call. That's how it was. So you have a break means please use the break 10 minutes completely. Get away from the computer, eat something, go to washroom and come back. And that gives a little energy for you to go for it. Okay. So now what we'll do this. I believe you would have WhatsApped me. I will see the WhatsApp and come back to you.
Okay.
Work out on what I said right now and keep me posted on what is happening in chapter-wise preparation also. We will take one more full exams in another 3, 4, 5 days.
Okay.
Then I'll tell you last 5 days what you have to read. Let's read it and close the exam.
Okay.
Right? And are you taking 4, 5 days off from work?
Yes, I will be.
Okay, sure. We'll plan a date. You'll book the date. In fact, you have to book it if you're going for center. If not, seats won't be available.
Okay.
Right?
Hmm.
Go for it. Valentine's Day gift. You can gift to yourself.
Thank you.
Hold on. All right, good. That's good. Let's get on. I'm seeing somebody's putting the question on the chat. Please bring on the screen a benefit of all. If not, I'll read it once covered everyone. I will start with the Banerjee. Banerjee, would you like to bring a question?
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, Banerjee, you're audible.
So, is my screen visible?
Loading. Yes, got it. Please go ahead.
I mean, how to deal with this type of question? That is
Please read out.
Yeah, a consultant. Just a moment. Yeah, a consultant has advised an IT director to use a development and operations approach to a migration project. The IT director wants to understand how the necessary speed can be achieved in a safe way. Which two examples could demonstrate how DevOps can reduce incidents and speed up deployment at the same time? Choose two.
Okay, it's a tricky question if you don't know what is DevOps.
Yeah.
By the way, this could be from a question paper of Agile, which is also mixed with the PMP. That's why it is above the head. Okay. Are you working? I may know which environment you work for, I mean, which domain you work for.
Yeah, IT.
IT.
Yeah.
So it has come to the right person. Okay, let's now go for the answers. So what is the understanding on this question from you?
Yeah, understanding is, I mean, this question is how can reduce the incidents and speed up the deployments. I mean, how quickly we can deploy the software or whatever it is, the product, basically.
Ideally, talking something on automating certain things.
Yeah.
Very good. Nice. Good. So what is ask in the question?
Ask is which two examples could demonstrate how DevOps can reduce incidents and speed up deployment at the same time?
Very good. So you have to see reduce incidents, speed up deployment. Very good. So error should be low, speed should be high.
Yep.
Okay, now go for the answer. Which one you chosen?
I chosen B and D.
B and D. Okay. Early collaboration between operations and development. Very good. I think you and the system sync up very well there. Very good. What is the next answer?
The next answer is develop test deployment sites before operations. And that was wrong.
Okay.
The correct answer is automation of operations and development. The queries, I mean, question is how this can be right and how this can be wrong.
Okay. So do you recognize this question is talking something on automation? I'm sure
automation. Yeah, automation can reduce the incident and speed up the deployment.
First of all, DevOps is brought in to reduce the time. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Very good. Nice. On top of that, it is going to automate something so that no manual work is needed.
Yes.
Very good. Nice. Now let's go for a justification. Read the justification. If it maps, let's see. Can you read the justification?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. What is given there?
This one, explanation you are asking.
Yes. Read it out.
Development and operations collaboration, early and constant, and automation of both domains is at the heart of DevOps. Okay. Virtualization and machine learning are enablers of efficiency, but not DevOps methods. Dev testing on deployment sites, it's impractical and inefficient.
Okay. So now, do you understand the point D? What is written there? Developers tested deployment sites before operations. Let's say there is, okay, you are from IT, so I thought you will easily catch it up. Let me try to help you. There is Amazon.com. Amazon.com want to bring some new feature. Let's say reward system. Will you expect your actual core engineers test that in the Amazon.com?
No, not in the production. Definitely not.
Can you read the D again?
Yeah, developers test at deployment.
Okay. Now, now that answer looks bad. Okay, it's bad. Now, why E should be better? Now read E again.
Yeah, automation of operations and development.
Very good. Now, what do you mean by automation here?
It will actually test in the development.
There you go. There you go. That's what they want to know. So when you say development, the team which is doing the work, they will test in their system or test in they call SIT, DIT. There are a lot of environments. Okay, people are non-IT here. Leave it up for IT people or who want to learn IT people. There is a different level to test. It is not in the laptop they will test it. They'll test in different machine, level 1, level 2, level 3. These all somebody were doing manually years back. I'm talking 15 years back and 10 years back also. 7, 8 years back, what happened is automated machines came in. What do you mean by automated? Somebody writes something, it will test it. It will automatically test it. Even you're a non-IT person in this world, you know automation is happening. Certain things you don't want to do it, it does automatically. Like your car, every car has a chip now. It test and check is everything's working properly. That's why when you put a hand gear or when you put a car key, it says your oil is low. Who says that? Somebody's automatically checking and telling your oil level is low. Automation is happening there. If not 30, 40 years back, somebody has to open the valve and see is the oil there or not. Now you cannot tell I'm a non-IT guy, I don't know this. It's basics now, automation is happening everywhere. Now the point here is in this question they're asking, which 2 examples could demonstrate how DevOps will work? For this, definitely you should know what is DevOps. If not, you can't answer. So for that reason, since you are from IT, I feel that you could connect well. You connected well with the answer B. When it comes to answer E, you're trying to make things automated so you save time. Why save time, Sriram? In the question, they're asking reduce incident and speed up deployment. How to reduce incident? Which means automated testing regularly happens, the error starts going down. I may find the error even before it goes to my customer. And then speed. Speed you can improve only by machines. Human being can give speed up to some level. After that, only machines can do that. That's why we use automation here. That's the meaning of the whole question. Got it?
Yeah, got it. Actually, it's right now I understood that it's a mistake from me. This deployment, I mistakenly read it development. So that is the reason.
I would have said in the last week Q&A, I'm reading this question in a composed mindset. So I answer better. But you are in a pressure to answer within 1 hour.
Yeah.
Now, when you read in a calm mode with a coffee tumbler, you will easily understand better. That's what is happening now. Super. Good question. Thanks for it.
Thanks.
Let's get to Dinesh. I see Dinesh there. People have questions. You have to put your hands up. Then I know that. People in YouTube, if you have a question, please put a chat message. I'll see that.
Yeah, hi, Shriram.
Yes, Dinesh, please share it.
Yeah, not screen. I have specific 2 questions. See, number 1, first, I'm not working in an agile environment. I'm basically an oil and gas industry. I see a real problem while dealing with agile questions. In fact, I've gone through twice from this agile practice guide. But
Very good.
when it comes to the exams or the questions, I'm totally confused. In the current set also, I can see around more than 50% of the questions are from agile background. So I don't know, in addition to that, do you want, or you refer me something to root additionally more or do some, what kind of things I can do and get an improvement?
We'll tell you. Before that, can you share 1 question which you felt agile and you didn't answer properly?
In fact, what happening, I click submit button, but thereafter the screen got hang. I can't get the answers.
Let's see. Let's
specifically
let's see some question.
Success stories are there. Basically, I read it somewhere and.
No, I'm trying to see. Today, have you took a test and you found 50% above agile questions? If you can bring 1 or 2 questions, you can see. Why I'm saying this is, what you think is agile, it's not other world. In oil and gas, already agile will be happening, but they don't call it as agile. Because somebody said agile, you feel scary. In India, people are sneezing for the last 100 years. After COVID came in, everybody thought because of COVID, this guy is sneezing. That is what you are thinking now. Agile is always there. Because somebody says it's agile, you feel, oh, agile, man. But actually, no. It's our way of thinking, looking things. That's what it is. So if you bring any question, I can tell you, is it really mapping with the oil and gas? If it doesn't map, that's fine. We'll learn about it. If you have a question. If you don't have a question, what to do is...
Maybe just...
Yeah, you have it. Okay.
Give me a couple of minutes.
Yeah,
Then
sure.
probably we can go to the
Dinesh,
next
I'll do
question.
one thing
Let's
then. I'll go to
please
Lakshmi
go.
and come back to you. Is it fine?
Perfect. Okay, that's fine. That's what I'm saying.
Perfect. Good.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Dinesh. Bring a question. Lakshmi, go ahead.
Yes, Sriram, I'll just share the screen.
Sure. I saw you put in WhatsApp, right?
Yes, same.
Okay. I thought of using this opportunity.
Okay, this is the question 104, question number.
Please read out.
The marketing director is displeased that the Agile innovation team is producing too many novelty products with too little business value. Which two approaches should the project manager take to correct the team's approach? So here we need to select two. So I selected A and E.
Let's go with A. What is A?
A is add a process, work with the product owners to tighten value criteria in the definition of ready.
Very good. Definition of ready.
Yes. And add a process so the marketing director can approve each story. But it was, it came as wrong. And D was selected as right. But when I read this explanation, it says that add a process so the marketing director can approve each story.
Okay.
So this confused me whether what I selected is correct or...
Makes sense. The DOR and user value ranking in the backlog address a root problem, which is that the team is not focusing on value. Okay. What about the answer D? Do we see that? What is the answer given there?
Here, survey and users integrate resulting value rank into the product backlog. So here all the three are answers, or then why we have selected this also?
Okay. The DOR, definition of ready, and user value ranking in the backlog address a root problem. See, ideally, let's leave the answers part. Let's first go to the question.
Okay.
What is asked in the question? The director of some group.
He's not happy.
He or she is not happy because Agile team is bringing innovation. Nothing stops there, but the value is less. One day, this guy says, sir, this will work super, sir. Okay, what is the value out of it? I don't know. Other day, he says, this will work super. How much value? Maybe $100. But it is not really making happy, displeased. We don't know what makes the director happy. Is it clear? Is it clear? First, we are clear that we don't know what he or she is happy about. Because each company has a different happy quotient.
Okay.
And we cannot tell that because $1,000 somebody will be happy. Some will be happy even with the $2. So we don't know what it is there. So that is an open question.
Okay.
Now let's go to the last sentence, which is a question. Two approaches. Question itself says two approaches. The project manager take to correct the team's approach. Now the director is not involved. They're asking, how can team take something? Very nice. Point is, whatever the team is doing, that it should be some valuable. If it is not valuable, it doesn't make sense at all. Okay, that's a meaning.
Okay.
So we have to see what are the eliminations we can do here. So what all can be eliminated? One of the answer B says, ask the team to take a training.
No, that can be eliminated.
That doesn't look good, right? So we'll remove it out. What about C?
C also, it's not correct one.
Story size doesn't make sense. Okay, B and C gone.
Yes.
Now the competition is between A, D, and E. Very good. Now in A, D, and E, which looks a very obvious answer?
A. First is A.
Work with the owner, because that guy is a business guy. To tighten the value criteria in the definition of ready, which means before you pick up a work to do, observe carefully, definition of ready. So I'm putting a filter here. Before you pick up the work, you are seeing, is it really making sense? Right? That's one thing.
Correct.
On top of that, when you talk about agility, it doesn't mean only team has to do that. We can have organizational level agility. We call as business agility, where the whole organization can participate on, are we choosing the right initiative? Okay. So high chances are there, answer E, where you can bring in a marketing director to approve. But for each story is risky. Do you feel that? Okay, one thing. Okay, I'll come for explanation. But when you see each story, it doesn't allow the team to work in an agile mode. You come to a stage where you have to depend on someone to approve it before you start the work, which pulls your innovation thought process. Leave all the context, think from your own perspective. Do you think every time when we want to get approval, will we miss something there?
Right.
Whereas
It's
the
not
first
possible. Yeah.
first one looks good, right? The first one looks good, value criteria, product owner is responsible. That guy has to go and sync up with the managing director, marketing director. You go and sync up with them, what is his or her dream? Come back and tell me, guys, when you want to pick up a work, that work should be something, this hypothesis. You should have this much of value. If not, don't pick up the work. That's fine, I agree. But for every story, if I want to go ask my senior director, man, that's going to take all my time. Then there's no point of doing agility. Okay, then Sriram, if you don't agree with E, then what happened to D? Survey and users, but the English is a little bad there. Survey and users and integrate. Something wrong there. Resulting value rank into the product backlog. I will go with the last set of the sentence. Resulting value rank in the product backlog. Do you see that we are ranking something which is important, unimportant? High, low, medium.
Prioritizing the product backlog.
You remember the analogy we speak in the class? Do you remember that? Something we put a backlog which is important, unimportant. Do you remember that? We spoke about this in scope management. Boo, boo. Do anyone in this room remember what analogy we had?
Refrigerator.
Oh, okay, nice. So now, do you think D, I know the English word is bad there in the beginning, but do you think D makes a sense?
Yes.
For the question? Okay. Now, what is the justification problem? Let's see. If there is a wrong in the D question, then let's see justification. Add a process so the marketing director can approve each story. I think something is missing there. They should mention that it is not going to really help. After that, there should be a sentence, because adding a process first adding up too many processes in Agile, it's a pain. On top of that, for each story, really it derails the system. Whereas definition of ready and a ranking will definitely give some output. That's a thought here. Right? I'm trying to see the last sentence, which is that the team is not focusing on value. By the way, I can see some mistakes on this question. What you do is copy this question, pass it to support@ShriLearning.com. I will ask to fix it to answer the D. The wording is wrong there. And also in explanation, some portion is wrong.
Sure, Sriram, I'll do that.
Okay, nice. Do anyone got the same question? No. Okay, thanks, Lakshmi. Lakshmi,
Thanks,
right?
thanks, Sriram. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, nice. Let's go to Umar. Yes, Umar. Meantime, I'll see any other question popping up.
Okay, just sharing.
Yeah, please. Who's the other person I was talking to? Want to come back again? Dinesh. Dinesh, any luck there at your side?
Yeah. Can I share my screen? Or? Yeah.
I think I requested Umar. Let him complete, then we'll come back to you.
Yeah.
Is that fine?
Yep, no problem.
Okay, nice. I don't see your hands up, so I thought you dropped off.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, Umar, please go ahead.
Okay. This one.
20th.
Yeah.
Okay, read out the question.
A governmental agency becomes a key stakeholder on a complex project due to regulatory changes. In light of the change, the project manager needs to develop an understanding of this new stakeholder and identify any new high-level risks that may result from the change. Which two options should the project manager use?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, risk management, because this is a new identified stakeholder. Right. So we need to also check the risk management plan. because that will be open and everybody can have a look before
Oh.
scheduling a meeting and all that.
Possible. Nothing stops. Possible. What about assumptions log? Will the assumptions change when new people come in? Possible, right?
Yeah, possible.
Possible. But these all can come to you. Assumptions can come, risk can come. But through which channel it will come to you?
Once, meetings and meeting.
Possible.
Then we can have understanding what is their mindset and all that.
See, if I know that is also right answer here. You know, that's a tricky of PMP exam, right? These guys give all the right answers.
Yeah.
And then you have to choose the best out of it. That's where you will get stuck. Nothing wrong. Assumptions will come. Nobody can say assumptions will not be there. Imagine there is X person joins this project, says that, hey, I want this, but not now, maybe 2 weeks later from now. So you don't want it now? Not now. I will come back in 3 weeks from now. So assumptions is in 3 weeks, this guy will come to ask me more requirements. On that new requirements, a risk will pop up. I have to change my risk management plan. What he said is right. Plan has to be updated. But the question is, in light of the change, reading from second sentence, in light of the change, the project manager needs to develop an understanding of these new stakeholders. Okay. And identify any new risk that may result. Now, which goes atop here is, first I have to understand these people. And they're giving me only 2 choices. And high level risk that may result from the change. When the high level risk comes, what I can do is, I can first add in my risk register. When he says risk management plan, it is for the whole project. How a risk will be handled? What is a threshold of risk handling in this organization?
That are the follow-up actions. Yeah.
What is the tolerance of risk in the company? So those all will be in the plan. I will not very frequently touch a plan, but chances are there because of these guys. But when they say high level risk already, I can even put in my risk register. That's a different document. Not necessarily plan should be touched, but maybe can happen. But I will not go with the answer maybe. I will go with a concrete answer. What is a concrete answer here? I will schedule a meeting with the new people. I have to talk to these guys. When I talk to them, they tell me thousands of things. That thousands of things I have to update in answer C. Sorry, guys. Okay. They say that I want to meet every Friday for this team meeting. You said, no, guys, we do every alternate weeks. No. This I want a very crucial project, man. I have to start every Friday. You have to change your engagement plan.
Correct. Yeah. This one also. This is my last one. I'm asking 2 only.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Josh is managing an industrial project. He needs a lot of 1,000 identical filters, which will be custom made for the project. Because of their high impact, Josh insisted on the quality of the filters. Unfortunately, when testing the filter, he found that it cannot be utilized. What should Josh do? So I thought that giving a certificate will ensure at least.
Okay. I feel somewhere I've read this question before. Let me see. Let me see the question understanding. Industrial project. Okay. He needs a lot of 1,000. So one lot can have 1,000 identical filter. So you want one lot, which will be custom made for the project. Okay. One lot comes 1,000 identical. Okay. Very good.
It can be a lot of 1,000. That means
a lot of 1,000. A lot is one containment, right? One pack.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Of 1,000 identical. Okay. I'm trying to see. Let's see that question furthermore. Because of their high impact. Why it's high impact? Okay. If it is not there, project will be not good. That's high impact. Okay. Josh insisted on the quality of the filter. Okay. If this is not good, totally going to derail the project. Unfortunately, when testing the filter, he found out that it cannot be utilized. it cannot be utilized. We don't know how much this get tested. What should Josh do? Okay. What is the elimination in this answer? Give me some elimination. Through elimination, you'll understand something. What do you eliminate here? A you eliminated. A you eliminated. Conduct a 0% inspection since you trust its suppliers will deliver the filter according to this specification. Anyway, error has happened, so A is out.
Yeah.
Okay, you eliminated D also. Conduct a 100% inspection upon delivery, then order another a batch of 1,000 filters in another lot. Here they use the word batch, there they use the word lot. Okay. The quality. So you can't do 100%, you can't do 0%. This is clear. Nice. Somebody cannot test 1,000 things at a time. Okay, it's very bad. Okay, now let's get close to the answer. What you have chosen as answer?
You require the seller to provide a conformance certificate for the filters raw materials.
Require the seller to provide a conformance certificate of the filters raw material. Little risky. Okay, let's go to the B. What B says?
Order more than 1,000 filters to perform acceptance sampling on the batch surplus.
The example of statistical sampling, I think. But
even
yeah. I will choose the answer C.
Actually, my almost all questions were more than one choice is there. I'm getting confused.
Yeah, that's what Lakshmi said, right? A few minutes back. She had the same trouble. Everyone has the same trouble. Okay, I'm trying to see why we need a sampling here. Because in the question, Josh insisted on the quality of the filter. Unfortunately, testing the filter. He found out that it cannot be utilized. What should Josh do? Order more than 1,000 filters to perform acceptance sampling on the batch surplus. If it is not acceptable, you return it back. Okay, but already it's tested. Okay, let's see. I see one problem.
Custom made for the projects, actually. It's not identical.
I'm sorry, repeat again.
For the projects. It is custom made for the projects. It's not identical. You want to.
He needs a lot of.
You want to tailor that. But will be custom made for the projects.
Yeah, true. For the project.
True.
Only for this project. Yeah. That is customization done in terms of identical filters.
Let's imagine like this: a big industrial project happening. They want some pipes. Okay. This pipe should be a valve size of let's say 8 centimeters or 9 centimeters.
Yeah.
I can identically have 1,000 9-centimeter pipes because I may need it, but that is custom made for this company, this project. So I can have 1,000 8-centimeter pipes in the lot, a batch. Now, before I go to the justification, I have one thing in the answer C is require the seller to provide a conformance certificate of the filter's raw material. Because when you say conformance for raw material, are we sure the company who supplied us made it, or they made a subcontract with another company to make it? It means they may procure material from different groups. Will they be in a position to give conformance certificate for every subcontract products? I'm thinking that point. Now we'll go to justification. Let's see what makes the answer correct. Read the justification.
Okay. When 100% inspection is not possible, you should opt for the sampling of a certain size from a batch, sometimes called a lot of the items, and operate an inspection on the sampling. Since testing the filters requires throwing them and not using them on the project, the best course of action is to order more than the required items in order to perform the acceptance sampling.
Now, see, the justification looks good with a good philosophy. Guys, don't test the product which you're going to use. Buy something extra more than that so you can test on that. It's something like we go to a sweet stall. I want, let's say, 50 laddus for the family. That guy will give another extra 1 laddu to taste for me, but 50 will be packed. Okay, that is a philosophy this guy giving an explanation. But where is hitting me is last sentence or last but one sentence. Unfortunately, when testing the filter, he found out that it cannot be utilized. Now, what I'm getting after reading justification.
Suppose pipe, sorry, I'm just cutting you out. Suppose you gave the pipe and it is getting like there is leakage and all that. So that is why if there will be a certificate that the at least raw material. Yeah.
Let's see the question like this. Unfortunately, while testing that 8-centimeter pipe, if you test it, you found that it can't be utilized. If you test it, it's gone. That's a meaning I'm deriving from the sentence right now. If you test it, it's gone. It's not helping you to further use it. You can't be utilized. It means you can't use it in future. It's gone. If that's the case, if you want 1,000, and in this, if you're going to test another 5, 6, 7, 10, or 100, you may lose some product out of whole. Now, what do you have to do? That English word there is a little tricky that you don't get it up. Okay, is it because of testing it's a failing, so I can't use it in further? You put the pipe once with the thread, then you remove it. The thread is gone. I'm just trying to imagine on that way. But I didn't see the answer immediately, honestly. But I saw a mistake in the answer C. I may not able to get a conformance certificate from my supplier because my supplier is not direct supplier. They have another 5 suppliers below them. So that is a negative point. I cannot go with answer C for that reason. But if you ask me answer B, I didn't get it immediately. But after reading this, I'm getting a feel that is what they mean in that line. Do anyone feel the same way?
Yes, Sriram, David here. A C may not be a right choice because a filter, there could be many reasons for a failure, right? That filter inside, it could be the filter raw material, right? The filter may be that inside fitting, outside fitting. There are many things. And also, as you said, there could be a tier 2, tier 3 supplier, who would be making, helping this filter to be made. I think second is the good choice. For this kind of a thing where there is no choice of failure, better you have more filters. And the raw material, raw material is one of the thing. Even raw material, even assume that you get a conformance certificate of filters raw material, still it could fail. The filter, maybe it's a heart of the filter, that is a point. But there could be a tier 2, tier 3 dependency.
But the question
one is getting that is challenging.
That's
even
right.
if you get, you may not be 100% confident. So you better have a more filters.
Yeah. One trick on this question is, in the last sentence, unfortunately, when testing the filter, he found out that it cannot be utilized. Here, it doesn't mention filter fails. If they don't mention filter fails, then answer C there also goes away. But the only problem here is, they say it cannot be utilized. What it mean? When they say utilized, is it quality problem? Or when I test it once, I can't fix it again. Maybe it's a one-time use material. You fix it, you have to fix it. You should not take it out. That clarity is not there. That is why this question getting low tricky.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
anyway,
the third one directly cannot fix the problem. Even if you get a conformance certificate, it may not be really helpful because there could be some other unknown reason may still have the failure of filter. So D should be the answer.
But I'm going by elimination technique. After reading justification, I'm trying to map the answer. If not, I'm going only by elimination technique.
Yeah,
Umar. Umar is asking, in exam, I have 1 minute. Can I do this much of research there?
Yeah, that is, I'm also wondering that.
That day morning, whatever breakfast you had, that should help you. Nothing more than that. Some questions are like this. You have to go by gut feel of elimination technique. Okay, we'll jump on.
And plus, one more thing. Sorry, I'm taking a bit time. This is my first session. So, and thanks for keeping this session on Saturday.
Cool.
One thing I'm what? Sorry, I just missed out what I had to ask. I forgot completely.
You can come back. I'll go to Dinesh and come back.
Yeah, I'll ask you on WhatsApp.
No, you can. I'm here. Dinesh, you are ready?
Okay, yeah. I'll share my screen.
After Dinesh, I'll go to Kavita. You have to stop sharing. What I do is I'll help Umar to stop. Yes, Dinesh, go ahead.
Share my screen, right?
Yeah, I can see it. It's popping up. Go ahead.
Okay.
Question number?
question number. Oh, sorry. We have some questions on the T-shape items. Yeah. You can see the question number 14.
Can you make it a font bigger for many people to view it? Zoom it. Yeah, better. Yes, go ahead. Ooh, that's good. But leftmost. Go to make the cursor leftmost. We see the question. I think I spoiled you. This is how customers sometimes ask requirement and spoil the game.
Now I hope it is legible. Right?
Yeah, it's fine. Go ahead.
Question number 14. Okay, say for example, the project manager wants to know whether. Okay, I'll just.
Read it.
A good combination of the T-shapes. Okay, I'll read it loudly. A project manager wants to know whether an agile team possesses a good combination of the T-shape skill. What can project manager measures to determine this? So in this question, what he measure basically, how he will determine the T-shape skills. The elimination technique I use, I straight away eliminate option C and D. It's a combination of the shapes. So I do not expect involvement, much collaboration with the SME as well as internal knowledge sharing. So remaining option is 2. Out of this, I went with option A. I feel if you go with the T-shaped people, then there will be very
right. You're right. You are close to the answer. You're close to the answer. But before I go there, you mentioned your oil and gas industry. Am I right?
Correct. Yes.
Very good. Are they considering T-shape? First of all, T-shape, you are aware, right? What kind of resource they are?
Yes, aware from the courses, but not in actual our.
Okay, in your office, you may see some oil and gas. I don't take it as one place because oil and gas is so huge industry. In oil and gas, we have technology. In oil and gas, we have information technology. Oil and gas, we have machineries. Oil and gas, we have infrastructure. A lot of things are there. So there are some people in the companies or recruited who are capable of doing one area, so depth knowledge, maybe another 1 or 2 areas, broader knowledge.
Yes.
In your office, I am sure you would have seen some people at your lunchtime talking to you, telling that I do this, I also do this.
Yes.
It is not one. It was there when my father was going to office. My father was going to office only one area. Same area, he worked for 34 years and retired. Or 35 years retired. That's not the life we are living right now. So it's a mix of things. Now, going to the answer here, what can the project manager measure to determine? You have to say that my team is in good mixture of people. How to determine? So elimination. You said less in internal knowledge sharing. That may not be the right choice. That's not helping to determine, right?
Correct.
So now, more collaboration with the SMEs. But this is also not going to determine.
Correct.
Determine means what? You have to conclude it. Conclude it, my team is good.
Yes. Or how will you measure this, basically?
Exactly. Now, what you're telling is a decrease in detected defects, which means last month we were getting 40 errors, problems. This month we are getting 20 problems, which means we have T-shape. Is it so?
Yes.
Okay. If you think at that angle, makes better sense, but I'll come to that.
Yeah.
This can happen even if I bring some automated tools. This can bring in, if I bring one person super knowledgeable on fixing the problems. Right? Imagine a new resource joined and she's a college pass out topper and she amazing to the job and we give her applause. You are the employee of the month. You do a great job. Because she is able to find a lot of bugs and problems early and fix it, and that makes us to solve the things. But here, one thing is happening is a reduction of reassigned task, which means if Ramesh is not coming to office, I have to take this work and reassign to someone. And I have to search for someone who is capable like Ramesh. But Ramesh is off for 2 weeks. I have to wait for Ramesh to come back, or I have to borrow a resource or loan a resource who is capable like Ramesh. I have worked like this in my initial career. Only Ramesh has to come and do. Until Ramesh doesn't come, nobody will touch the work. But last 8-9 years, I'm living in organizations. What happens is, if Ramesh is not coming, either emergency leave or leave announced 2 days before, I see another person says, I know Ramesh is not there. Can you please assign the work to me? Let me do it. This mindset is a new mindset for last 8-9 years or more than that. At least I know 8-9 years. So this is a T-shaped people who is capable of doing their job, needed they'll step into another shoes and do the job. Now, if I don't get escalations of task pending, if you don't get escalation of reassignment has to be done, it is one of the thing to determine my team is handling on its own. I don't need to be there. They are decentralized decision making. They know what to do. I have to step out and watch. This can lead to detection of defects. I'm not denying that. Can happen. A can be a subset of B, but B is a very important determination.
Okay.
Now,
okay.
Do you feel what I say possible?
Yes.
Or do you feel this happens in oil and gas industry also? When somebody's not there, other person can pick it up. In some domains, some areas.
It may not be categorically, but yeah, indirectly, yes, it happens.
Some place happens. Some place they can't do that. Somebody is
Yes.
very specialist. Of course, nobody can do that. You have to wait for it. Even in information technology, that's how it is. Information technology, I keep on telling it is so domain agile specific, but still there are some sensitive areas. Elon Musk was sending many people out of the company. Elon Musk holded many people who are handling sensitive accounts, sensitive details of government. Some of them were fired by mistake. They asked him to come back. Why? Because that job nobody can do. If you say whole world is T-shaped, then why Elon Musk is scared of people resigning from that places?
Yeah.
So certain things are like that, but the world is slowly moving. Slowly moving means don't think the whole world will turn to T-shape. Some places will turn T-shape where it's possible. So if you get this mindset, you got agility.
Okay.
Got it?
Yep. I'll keep trying.
Perfecto. Let's go to Kavita.
Hi, Sriram. I think I did not attend the mock today, but I have taken the full mock today in the morning.
You have to pay a fine for it, right? If you don't attend the mock.
Sorry, I took the full mock, so I just wanted to discuss about it.
Sure.
This is my third full mock. I'm planning to take the exam by Feb 23rd.
Very good.
So the first full mock, I have scored 59%. And in the second, it was 69. And today I got 70%. So I analyzed myself. I'm improving in reading the questions and the time management. But somewhere I feel the issue is I stuck with only 2 answers. Though I use the elimination technique, when I come to the end, I stuck with the 2 options. Maybe that is making me a bit difficult to choose the correct ones.
Same pinch. Yes, now I heard it. By the way, Kavita, are you in touch with me in WhatsApp?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So score improvement happened. 70 is a good score. Okay, first I'll make you happy. A person crossing 65, 68, 70 in a range continuously, they clear the exam very smoothly. I'm talking main exam. ShriLearning question papers are a little tough than the main exam. Man, yes, we keep it a little tough than the main exam. So a person getting here, it easily cross the gate. For that, I don't ask you to take it for granted. Sit relaxed. Let's watch Netflix. No, you have to work.
Yeah.
So don't worry about this part. If you're getting 70% means your brain is already started processing well. Now, you have another 19 days with you. Yes. You will continue the process again because your scores are improving, which means you know how to find the gap and you are improving that area.
Yes.
So step by step will improve. So how many full exams you did now?
3.
3. 2 more you have to do. So now what you do is, today you complete the 3rd exam. Is that right?
Yes.
Next 3 days, take time to analyze all the questions, right as well wrong.
Yeah.
And have a white paper to note down, not all the bullet points, some bullet points you felt you did a silly mistake. You know, but you did it. Checks, note down. And those points you will not repeat again the next exam. This alone will increase at least 1.5 to 3%. It will increase. Many times the same mistake will continue because that's a habitual, right? Same mistake. Your parents keep telling, don't put the car key on that place. Second day you'll put there. After putting there, you'll feel, shoo. You have to consciously tell yourself, I should not put the car key there.
Yeah.
Because human brain is habitual. So now you work out what areas you're habitual doing mistakes, that you first come out. First thing. Second thing I would have said sometime back here, reading the question carefully, not from our office perspective, read from PMI mindset. Okay, this you have to do. But for now, you are out of danger zone. You are straight away close to the exam. You can go for the exam. Only thing is, if you are with me in the WhatsApp, I would have said last 10 days we have to work closer.
Yes,
Did I?
yes, Sriram, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
now only analyze. I don't want to load anything on your brain. Just analyze, find the gap.
Mm.
In any topic you don't know anything at all, go and read it in the book.
Sure.
Okay, that you have to do. Which environment you are working?
I'm work for pharma domain.
Pharma domain. Is it well planned or there is adaptiveness?
Both, I would say.
Both are. Then very good. You will have a high chance of clearing exam faster because exam question is going to be a mix of things.
Yeah.
Very good. So don't worry about that two answer going away. That's okay. Your brain is processing. Another last information to you. Whatever you prepare now, this is what basement for you.
Yes.
It is not something you read today, tomorrow you'll write the exam. Your brain does not work like that.
Yeah.
It takes a digestion time. The next 10 days are very crucial for you, the digestion time. You give the digestion time. When you go to exam hall, you work by subconscious mind, which means you don't need to think too much. You just go click, it automatically work. So this basement is important. Don't keep some topics. I will read 2 days before the exam, 3 days before the exam. Don't do that. Anything you want to read now. Last 10 days is only polishing work you have to do. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Well, yeah. Thank you, Sriram.
I'm sorry, missed one thing. Did you book the exam or going to book it?
I booked it already.
Very good. Okay, stay in touch.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Sriram.
Oh, time up. I have one question here. Anant, let's listen to you quickly. That's the last question.
Good evening. One question is there.
Yes, sir. Let me see if anyone from YouTube have a question. YouTube people.
Yeah, can you see the screen?
YouTube people. No question, YouTube. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. This is you are managing a construction project when two of your team members have a conflict. The two team members are John and Matilda. John is a construction worker who is present on site, and while Matilda is an administrative assistant who works at the company's headquarters. So I was thinking working condition is the answer actually.
Wait, complete the question fully. Read it fully.
Yeah. So you are managing a construction project when two of your team members have a conflict. The two team members are John and Matilda. John is a construction worker who is present on site, while Matilda is an administrative assistant who works at the company's headquarters. Which of the following is most likely to be the reason for this conflict?
Okay, what I want to eliminate in this?
Eliminate is salary because they have not mentioned about it.
Okay.
And ground rules.
Okay. Before I go there, is this by your assessment, by your life experience, or you know what all the conflicts as per the management book?
Yeah, actually with experience, some of means he is working on site and she is working in the office.
Nice. So now what is happening here is there are some things which you are in the books of management, which talks what all the source of conflict. Okay. So now when you see source of conflict, I don't know whether you have that here. Let's see if anything in the justification. Can you see anything in the justification? Have they explained something from books? Second line. Read the second line.
According to the PMBOK, sources of conflict include scarce resources, scheduling priorities, and personal work styles.
Okay. Also, few more are there, but this is the primary top level conflicts. Now, when we read and understand this, chances are your answers are narrowed down. Okay. Now, scarcity of resources. When I say scarcity of resources, with a human being, material not available, people start pull and push each other. I think you agree on this point.
Yeah.
Other one is scheduling priorities. Who has to do what? Right. That also creates.
Yeah.
When you say personal working style, some people like to work work from home recent days. Some people work from office. Some people work as a group. They always outshine in the group. When you leave them individually, they don't work. There are some people individually they'll work. Okay, there are different categories are there. Below this, there are 3 or 2 more conflict slides are there, where it's not given here. Okay. Oh, it's there, I believe. No? It's not given. Leave it.
No.
Now let us go to the answer. Which of the following is most likely? So these are the top things. What you see is as per the PMI top things. Now they're asking in this top things, if you read this already, you have in mind, which is the most likely to be the reason for this conflict. Okay. Now we have to go to the question again. The problem between John and Mathila. Okay. John is a construction worker who is present on site, while Mathila is an administrative assistant who works in the company headquarters. Have you ever got the feel when you heard about John, this guy is a laborer, works in hot weather,
hot weather,
dusty area.
dusty area.
You got a feel that Mathila is a person sits in an AC room
AC
comfortably.
room, yeah, got it.
You get a feel like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, that's why actually working condition I opt.
Okay, nice. That is why working condition went on, but not necessary, right? Administrative officer can sit in a place where there is no fan also. Mathila as a construction worker can sit on an interior decoration. Could be decorating in a room where it is good facilities are available. We don't know. They didn't mention it. They didn't mention what kind of condition they were. They say the job role. That doesn't mean construction worker means you should sit in the hot sun. Possible? Okay. Burj Khalifa interior decoration happening. Oh, good air condition is there. Happy they're working. Yeah, possible. We don't know. We don't know. So let's go to the first sentence of the question. You are managing a construction project. Okay, you are the manager.
Yeah.
2 of your team members have a conflict. Okay.
Yes.
Now, one thing we know, both of your working style is totally different. Working role is different. One is administrative, one is working on the field. Okay. Working condition can contribute. Nobody denies it. What you thought is right. Working condition can contribute. But as per the studies of management, what you see, these are the reasons for conflicts, possible reasons. In the possible reasons, as we see, the style of somebody, the nature of the job they work brings a conflict. You can see some people behaves little rough. The people who naturally work with a commanding job. If you go to a storekeeper, have you seen some storekeepers? They have to maintain some 5-10 people. They always shout at them. They don't go polite. Same guy goes with the family to some other place. There also that guy will shout. Because that's just a style, the way of always being like that. So your style is like that. A doctor always behave like a doctor. I've seen them.
Yes. Decent personality. Yeah.
Bad doctors also there, but majority. So these numbers are coming from majority. Bad also there. Okay. So point is, if we read the knowledge of conflict management in the books of PMI or internet also, Google it, you'll get some wordings, understand it. Now, if you read it, try to see from PMI perspective, chances are answers may be right. Right?
Got it. Yeah.
Good, guys. Okay.
Thanks.
Perfect. So first, thanks a lot for the people who took exam today. I'm sure this should be a second or third week for the exam for people in the January batch. Third week? Third week. Okay. It is better than last 2 weeks. Will you say that?
Yes. It's really helpful. That's very
better than. Okay. So now the main target of doing this is we are going to focus this for another 3 to 4 weeks. So after that, Shriram, will you stop? No. Next batch will come. You will become senior and they will become junior. Whatever you said as a problem, same thing they will tell. I'm reading answers, Shriram. 2 answers coming correctly, 2 not coming. Then you'll all laugh. Same problem for me. This is what's going to happen. So another 3 to 4 weeks, you will all mature to the level where you are able to answer the question effectively. This is what's going to happen. Provided you are consistent on this process, reading weekly, coming and writing exam Saturday. This, if you make it sincerely, 100% sure improvement will happen. Shall we commit to this to improve? Shall we work it out?
Yes. Sure.
Perfect. All right, guys. We'll connect again by next Saturday for the Q&A. People for the January batch will join the classes in the next 30 minutes. And I appreciate everyone joining here. People watching from LinkedIn, YouTube, appreciate it. Leave your questions in the comment section. If we don't listen to you, we'll come back answers for your questions later point. Now have a great time. We'll catch up again. Thanks all.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thanks,
Sriram.
Sriram.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.